Hello and welcome to PöFF TV, the official channel for Cannes Black Nights Film Festival. I'm here with a very exceptional guest. You might know him from Glass, Split, X-Men and other great movies, but today he's here with the most exciting role yet, directing his first film, James McAvoy.
Hello, thank you for having me. It was a good intro.
Thanks,
I nailed it.
Thanks. So let's start from the beginning. Your film screened in Toronto.
Yeah.
How many festivals have you done so far?
This is our fifth, and this is our fifth festival.
Yeah. And how's the audience reaction been so far?
Awesome, really, really good. One of the things that I love about the film is that it plays well with a crowd. Wanted to make a movie that, you know, would work well on your phone or your iPad or your TV, the way people watch things now. But really what I love is the communal experience in the theatre. And so I wanted to make something that had laughs as well as the tears. Because when you're in that group environment, it's just so great to share that energy. So yeah, plays really good with a crowd. And it's one of my favourite things actually, is to sit with a crowd and feel the audience react. And hear them react and watch them when they're still and watch them when they're shocked by something.
But so far, have all the cues when you wanted people to react the way that they reacted, have they? Yeah,
pretty much. Like, that's one of the weird things is that we screened it for the first time in North America, and you know we've got two Scottish boys being Scottish before they start becoming American. But, you know, a Scottish sense of humour and also a Scottish accent, which I'm told is hard for people to understand. So I was worried that would translate, and it did. And then we went to Zurich, and then we went to Rome, and now we're in Estonia. But Zurich and Rome, I was like, this is a different language now, you know? Yeah. You're not just a different accent. How are people going to get this? But actually, it's played really well. And I watched the movie, and I wait for one of the first cues, which is a line that usually gets a nice big laugh inside the first 90 seconds of the film. And I sit there kind of going like, please laugh, please laugh, please laugh. And then when they do, I'm like, yes! And they always have, no matter what country we're in. So fingers crossed Estonia is not the first not to.
Let's hope for the best. But let's go back to the beginning. You said that you actually wanted to direct, at some interview, you wanted to direct at a very young age, didn't you? Like, as a teen?
No water.
There's some water.
There's no coffee, no tea.
No.
It's so fake.
Yeah.
You said I wanted to do what?
You wanted to direct at a young age. You
Yes.
wanted to become a director before an actor, or what was the ratio?
No, I mean, like, I hadn't even thought about acting or directing when I got my first job. I was 16, and I got a gig out of the blue. I'd done no acting class, nothing. So I hadn't thought about it. But on that movie, I was like, yeah, I think I'd like to do this. And then my acting career took off, and really just I got my head down and started kind of taking advantage of that. But as I made more and more movies, and I was started to play leads in movies, and I was looking around me, I was kind of going like, yeah, I could do this, because I was working with people who were making mistakes, I think. But then, and it's easy to see other people's mistakes, and that's not necessarily the best way to learn. And then I started working with some people who were incredible. And I could not see
any mistakes.
Not just that, I couldn't see what they were doing well. I knew it was happening, but it was like magic. I couldn't figure it out. You can figure out someone's mistake, bad lesson. I couldn't figure out the lesson from the genius because I couldn't see it. I couldn't understand it. And I thought, I need to wait.
But then, what was that one element that you wanted your story definitely to have, like that what you were looking for?
This one?
No, in general, when you were like, I guess that you were thinking of to do that a film in general for a long time. So there must have been that one element that you were constantly like, this is the spark I need, or this is the one. Was there even an element? Did you want it to be a genre film, or did you want it to be like?
I never knew.
An emotion, something it had to have. Or?
I never knew what film I wanted to make. I didn't know what story I wanted to tell at any point. I just knew that I enjoyed the art of storytelling, and in my department of the acting department, I get to storytell in one specific way for my particular character, and I am the custodian for my particular character's story, and that's great. But I was excited by the prospect of being involved with all the departments and telling the story with all the faculties and all the avenues that a film gets to use and not just me in my own acting department. And at different times throughout my career, I've been invited into the process more by certain directors. I've also been told to go off by some directors, but I've been invited in by certain directors and been a bit more involved in the kind of the global process, or not global, but the overall process of the storytelling in the film. And that was exciting and let me understand more and more about it, and also it sort of confirmed for me that I really enjoy it as well. I see myself as a storyteller who acts, and so it's great to be able to storytell with more tools at my disposal.
But how was it to act and direct?
Horrible.
Would you do it again?
Don't want to. If I can at all prevent it. My next film that I want to direct, the role is a part that I could play, but I'm like, I think it's just too big.
So you have something already lined up?
Yeah. But I need to find someone else to play that part. I think I can't do it.
But how does it actually, like, tell a little bit about the process of you want to direct, and so how does that, like, do you start to tell your agent, then people start bringing you stories?
Yeah, I'm very privileged and I'm very lucky. I'm an actor of 30 years who's done pretty well, and so when I say to my agent, hey, I think I'd like to direct a film, it's kind of like, oh great, we'll get you some scripts. I mean, how lucky is that? Most people, when they say they want to direct a film, they have to go to film school, or they have to scrape together money, and they have to make 14 commercials and be in a camera department for 10 years and like just work and slave, and then maybe they get an opportunity. I am very lucky.
But you met the producer, Danny,
Yeah.
right? He's also Scottish.
Yeah.
You didn't know each other before, or you knew?
No, we'd never met, and he's really young compared to me. He's like 36, I think, and I'm 46. So it's nuts that my producer is like, I don't know, we wouldn't even be at school together. He's amazing, and he has the tenacity and the sort of voracious appetite for endeavour and industry and work that you need, I think, as an independent film producer. When you go, I have a problem in front of me, I need to educate myself how to get over it. I've done that, and I get over it. He works tirelessly and does not sleep when he's on a film, and I'm so grateful to him for, one, bringing me the film, bringing me the story, but also just the absolute sort of ferocity of his approach in the face of a really difficult thing to do. We have a very entertaining, commercial, sort of crowd-pleasing film, but it's an independent film, and it's from a country like Scotland. These two things make it very, very difficult to get money for, to market, and to distribute, because there just isn't a place in the market for that combination, it seems. So hopefully we're going to try and break that. But so when you're, even though you have a mainstream, entertaining, crowd-pleasing film that we've made good, he just needs to break his legs, sweat blood, bend over backwards at every minute to make it work. And so I'm really grateful to him for his endeavour, man. He was really special.
So you would say that being James McAvoy was like, it did help for the financing and everything, but it was still a struggle.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think the truth is every movie's a struggle, isn't it? I've been on movies where it's $200 million budget and it feels like it's still a struggle. And you can be on a movie with a $200,000 budget and it feels like a struggle. So it's crazy. But yeah, it's a tricky thing, independent cinema. And the business, I think it's always been difficult, of course it has, but the business it just seems like it's in a difficult place for independent cinema at the moment.
Because we're starting to run out of time, I'm giving you the way out of not doing an elevator pitch.
What's an elevator pitch? Oh,
the short pitch you have to do.
Do you mean for California Schemin?
Yeah, I'm not letting you do that, but I am going to ask you, for the viewers, that what is that emotion that you want the audience to leave the cinema with?
Ah, man, what do I want them to leave with? Ah, yeah. I want them to like be bouncing out of the cinema with a bit of a spring in their step, having gone on a ride, it is a bit of an emotional roller coaster. It is an emotional movie, but it is a very fun, entertaining, funny movie. So I feel like even when it gets dark, it's kind of keeping you entertained. So I feel that there's a lot of ups and downs, and it is quite thrilling in that way. I don't know if thrilling is the right word, but it is quite exciting in that way. So I think you come out of the theatre with quite a lot of energy from this film. That's, I guess, what I hope. I don't really know. I just think I don't know, maybe that.
I think it's good. You come out with a good energy.
Good.
And there you have it. James McAvoy presenting his film, California Schemin, here in Silent Black Nights Film Festival. Catch it 8th of November and 15th of November, and hope to have you back here soon.
You will. Thank you very much for having me. Cheers.